Good afternoon, Europe, and good morning, America. Good evening, Far East and Oceania. I'm really excited today. We have participants from around the globe. Thank you for your interest in Cisco Tetration. Before we begin, a couple of guidelines for webinar. All your questions are welcome to the question and answered section. Webinar is being recorded and will be published in our website, and in a couple of days you will also get a link to the recording.
Hello, my name is Luka Dolinec. I'm system engineer at NIL. My main experiences are with Linux and Windows administration, open source technologies, and IT infrastructure and network monitoring. I'm specialized in Cisco Tetration analytics and Microsoft Cloud technologies.
Hello again. My name is Jakob Jozal, and I'm also a system engineer at NIL. I'm focusing on data center and storage technologies. And I am mostly working with Cisco solutions such as UCS and Tetration Analytic. And I also have experience with storage solutions from Pure Storage and Dell EMC. We work for company NIL, a system integrator and Cisco Gold certified partner. We are headquartered in Slovenia. We have offices and representatives in Europe, Africa, Middle East, and North America. We specialize in advanced data center, network cloud, and cybersecurity and collaboration technologies. NIL is also part of a Consta group that is one of the leading Cisco partners in Europe in relation to Cisco Tetration. NIL offers consulting services for designing and implementing the solution, and we also can help you with skills enablement. We can prepare customized technical training for your teams and partners, or carry out so-called MINT, mentored installs, where the training and knowledge transfer involves also mentoring and practical advice with installations. So today's agenda. At the beginning, we're going to talk about challenges in modern IT environment and what are the possible solutions. And then we're going to dive into the tetration. At the beginning, we're going to talk about what tetration is, the data sources, what are the tools that we have available in tetration, what can we do with inventory and application dependency mapping, that I think is the most important thing in tetration. And we're going to talk also about licensing, and at the end you will be able to ask us questions and we will be happy to answer them. So to secure your applications, you must first know what services are running and their dependencies. This is the same as securing a building. Requires a blueprint to start. You need a map of all of your applications to successfully secure them. And that is what Tetration is trying to achieve, to map your application across your data centers. It is now common for an enterprise to have not only a data center or two, or even more, but also many remote locations with server assets, as well as one or more cloud infrastructure partners. Data center perimeter today contains the data center, remote mini data centers, and cloud infrastructure partners. As you can see, data centers are becoming a more and more complex environment. New application deployment types with multiple endpoint, dozens of interdependencies, and rapid workload mobility are becoming the new normal. However, on the other side, identifying these applications dependencies and gaining visibility into their flow patterns to make informed decisions are enormous time-consuming challenges with today fragmented tools. Today's infrastructure and application are getting more and more important to the businesses, and with that also comes new requirement for visibility and security. And it's no surprise that today's applications are very dynamic. As you know, they're using virtualizations, containers, and microservices. This causes that their communication patterns are constantly changing. And also now 76% of data center traffic is east to west, And this is a fundamental change from traffic panthers in the past. And what are the possible solutions to that? We would like to address a couple of them, which we think are important. At the top of the slide, we have flow search, which provides means for quick drill down into the flow. The basic unit is a flow observation, which is a per minute aggregation of each unique flow. And then we have threat intelligence. This is a feature set that provides the most up-to-date data sets that can identify and quarantine threats by inspecting the data center workload against externally known malware command and control addresses. And it also can detect security flaws in the processes. With forensic feature set enables monitoring and alerting for possible security incidents by capturing real-time forensic events and applying user-defined roles. And the last one, but I think it's the most important one, is the application dependency mapping, or ADM. This is a functionality that helps provide insight into the kind of complex application that run in a data center. So this one, with the help of machine learning, can help map communication of your applications across different data centers. And with this, here comes Cisco Tetration that plays a major role into all of this. What exactly is tetration? Cisco Tetration utilizes traffic flow telemetry to address critical data center use cases. It uses both hardware and software agents as telemetry sources, and it performs advanced analytics on the collected data. This is your ADM that we talked about earlier. Cisco Tetration provides web user interface to search information. You can see the information is presented with a variety of charts and tables. In addition, all the administrative function and cluster monitoring can be done through the same web user interface. Here are platform components that is used in Cisco Tetration. Cisco Tetration was also mostly entirely developed with mostly open source components, and to work the best together, Cisco made a lot of modifications on those open source tools. Cisco Tetration uses a variety of virtual machines and containers to work. So this is a service status graph. This is a screenshot from Cisco Tetration user interface. Here are presented all the services needed for normal operation of cluster. You can clearly see the connection of services and dependencies and their health status. Healthy services are colored green, and services with problems are colored orange or red. Tetration comes in different form factors. Here we see two of them. These are the hardware version. On the left side, you have 39 rack unit, and on the right side, it's 8 rack unit. 39 rack unit comes with 36 servers. On the top, you see 3 switches. All are Nexuses. The leaf 1 and leaf 2, and spine. Spine is used for Teams connection. This is represented with a blue dotted line. And on the right side, you have a smaller brother 8-rack unit. It comes with 6 servers and 2 Nexuses, leaf 1 and leaf 2. And leaf 1 is used for Teams connection. And we also have a Tetration V and Tetration as a service. On the left side, Tetration Virtual Edition runs on top of the VMware SCXI. It has some hardware requirements that you have to meet to successfully run the Tetration. It has to have 128 vCPU cores, at least 2 terabytes of memory, and also at least 18.1 of terabytes of provision storage, ideally on fast SSDs. And on the right side, you have Tetration as a service. This is a cloud option of Tetration. At the moment, the service is hosted in the US, and plan is also to build it in the EU. In this option, a tetration agent always acts as a client to initiate the connection to the services, and also the agents are allowed to be behind the net server. Important thing to know about the virtual edition and the service edition is that they do not support hardware sensors.
Cisco Tetration collects telemetry and other information from sensors and third-party sources. Those endpoints are called data sources or workload, defined as a virtual machine, bare metal server, or containers. Sensors can be deployed across workloads in a public or private clouds. Tetration offers two types of sensors. First type are software sensors, which are the piece of software running within a host operation system, such as Linux or Windows. Its core functionality is to monitor and collect network flow information. It also collects other host information, such as network interfaces and active processes running in the system. In addition, software agents also have capability to set firewall rules on the hosts when you make enforcement of policies generated in Tetration. The second type are hardware agents, which are running in the guest shell on the switch and act as a proxy between Tetration controller and the switch. This agent can program the switch to start sending analytics to the Tetration cluster. Connectors are integrations that Tetration supports for different use cases, including flow ingestion, inventory enrichment, and alert notifications. Some of the connectors are agents that ingest flow observation to Tetration, and some of the connectors are alert notifiers for Slack and some other tools. Connectors for endpoint provide endpoint context for Tetration. These are AnyConnect and ICE. Connectors for firewalls such as Cisco ASA stream flow observations to Tetration. Tetration is keeping an accurate inventory of the software packages and versions installed on the servers, and then identifying common vulnerabilities and exposure associated with those packages. The software packages feature set allows viewing packages installed on the hosts and vulnerabilities affecting them. You can track vulnerable package over multiple workloads. You can view packages registered with Red Hat and Debian Package Manager. Windows Tetration is using Windows Registry Service. In addition to displaying packages under the Package tab, we display common vulnerabilities affecting them along with their severity. Each vulnerability contains a link to the National Vulnerability Database, which provides more information on the specific vulnerability. In addition to displaying the CVE ID, we also display the impact score on a scale of 10. That's the severity of specific vulnerability. The forensic feature set enables monitoring and alerting for possible security incidents by capturing real-time forensic events in applying user-defined rules. It allows us to define rules for specific forensic events of interest, trigger action for matching forensic events, and searching for specific forensic events. On this screenshot, you can see triggered forensic rule from wrong user logon to some Windows server over RDP, over remote desktop. This is inventory search page. the summary of all inventory observed on the network after applying collection rules. Each inventory item is uniquely identified by IP and VERF and can be used for performing a search. After a host has been found, you can view detailed information about the host on the host profile page. Applications play a central role in many iteration features, including visibility, policy enforcement, policy compliance, and multi-tenancy. Application dependency mapping enables network admins to build tight network security policies based on various signals such as network flow, processes, and other site information. These policies can be exported in various formats for enforcement by different enforcement agents. But Tetration can also verify policies against ongoing traffic in near real time. Those information regards application dependencies can also help us for planning migration from on-premise data center to cloud, or for planning some disaster recovery plan. Based on those information, we get really detailed information regards applications and their dependencies. Here you can see application map after successful ADM run. You can clearly see what are communications path for specific server. Based on those information, Tetration builds proposal of suitable enforcement firewall rules, which can be then enforced to the endpoint agents. At the end, we'll talk a bit of licensing model for Cisco Tetration. Cisco Tetration software licensing consists of two components. First component is Tetration workload protection license. It provides workload visibility and enforcement depending on the type of agent. Usage is calculated based on the deployment agent types and their corresponding base license factor. For example, software visibility agent consumes one license. Hardware switch consumes 100 licenses per agent. And the second component is Tetration endpoint license. Those are for AnyConnect, VDI, and ICE endpoints. There are a few important things not to forget at Cisco Tetration licensing. The customer can choose a 1, 3, or 5-year term with annual billing or prepayment option. If a customer has multiple Cisco Tetration clusters, software licenses can be pulled across those clusters. If a customer has Cisco Tetration software as a service licenses, they cannot be ported over to the on-premise license option. And this is all that we prepared for today. Now we'll go to the questions and answers part of webinar.
Seems that we have a first question. Question is, who are typical users of Cisco Tetration? Your typical users for Tetration would be administrators, of course, and security operations, and also probably line of business managers and in mid-size and large data centers. Hope this answers your question. Another question. When a software vulnerability is found, can Cisco Tetration be used to take action? Actually, administrators can define policies associated to a specific vulnerability, even based on a vulnerability score. And Tetration will automatically enforce the specific policy to all the servers that meet the criteria. So yes, that is possible. I have another question. How forensic mechanism works? Yeah, it's a good question. Actually, the software agents send information regarding the installed packages and what the processes are running and so on. And Tetration can evaluate these packages based on the CVE score. And in the forensics, you can see the events, different events. You can configure Tetration to follows certain events, let's say wrong user logon or changing of a certain file and much more. This is all done through using a Tetration user interface. Another question. What do you mean by AnyConnect? Is it PC endpoints? Yes, that is correct. The questions are flying in. Is Tetration only for data center? Can it be used as a CM? No, I wouldn't say that Tetration is only for data center. You can also manage your Windows 10 VDIs on it. So you can use it as a CM also. It has a lot of features that enables it to be used as a CM, and I think even more because you're not limited to only viewing to the traffic that certain devices are sending it over network, and also because a lot of traffic today is encrypted anyway, so you are not limited by that. How Tetration can interact with ACI? This is a good question. It can collect data from it, but I don't have a lot of experience with it, so I can't really answer your question at the moment. And another question is what information we can receive from AnyConnect agents and from ASA agent. It's mostly flow information from ASA agent. You set up a virtual machine that connects to ASA and ingest flow, and it sends it to the Tetration. What information can we receive from AnyConnect agents? I'm not certain what all of the information that we receive from AnyConnect are at the moment, and I can follow up with the email with this answer. What is the difference of Tetration to Stealth Watch? So the Tetration gets most of its information through software agents and hardware agents and the connectors. It can gather a lot of data, not just by seeing what goes through the network. I can't really do the comparison because I don't know the Stealth Watch. So okay, another question. Can Tetration integrate with industrial IoT? At the moment, I don't think it can. It really depends on what you mean industrial IoT. Are those some CMS controllers? What kind of devices are you talking about here? The Tetration can also ingest data from AirSpan. So this is something that can be done as a flow ingestion. Do you have any other questions or follow-ups regarding my answers? Yeah, if you have any further questions, we are available at these emails, and we can answer more in detail via email. Okay, I think this is all from my side. Thank you for being here with us and listening to our webinar about Tetration. I hope it was a good experience and you learned a lot. And stay safe and healthy. Yeah.
Thank you for attending, and see you on the next webinar.